Good afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, all right. All right, so we're continuing from where we left off the last time. We started talking about the last class. What were we looking at? Summary of what? Analysis. Good. So this time we are moving on to the next aspect of the critique writing. You wrote the summary, you already written your introduction. Now we're going on to the other part where we go a little bit more in depth and we talk about characterization. Right? Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
What is characterization anyway?
Characterization is a description of the character or describing a person.
A description of a character, describing a personality. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nobody else? So that means everything she just said is gospel. Ah! For real, that she said it does. Alright. Alright. So well I mean it does apply to what you're saying. It is about the personality, but it's just about the personality. When we have a personality, what are you referring to? But we know it's an actor, so we mean.
How it was up inside of me.
Give an example. Let's use Anansi. Let's look at one of the characters for Anansi. So, give me a character. Alright, we look at Anansi's self. Tell me what Anansi's character.
He's a trickster.
He's brave, he's a trickster, he's smart. What else? So, do we say anybody who's brave and anybody who's smart and witty is Anansi?
No.
So how do we know Anansi is Anansi? Huh? Physical. So it's not just the personality which is inward, it also has to do with the physical. And what would be the physical trait of Anansi? He's a spider. So there is it. What's a spider? He black and he 8 legs. Say it was a blue spider. It's not Nancy. Huh? Class, it was blue spider, it's not Nancy. It was an orange spider, a red spider. Why is not Nancy? We got, oh, tell me the original Nancy. Huh? Imagination. Alright, so indeed, as we said, you have the physical, which talks about how the character looks. How the character looks. And then we have the, as you said, the personality. Which speaks of how the character what? Behaves and operates. Right? Good. So, what you have to do, we're going to do that quick activity. We're going to pair off. We have enough pairs, so you'll join with him, you work with him, you work with him, and the two of you will work together. And I'll give you a character each. Should I give the character? Should you choose? No, yeah, I will choose the same person. So, whoever says first, and whoever first gets the character. And I will take out the character. Girl. Alright, so the two of y'all, you will tell me about the characterization of girl. Captain. Nobody? Nobody got captain, okay. Man crow. Too much hands up there, right? Nancy. Alright. We got Nancy for me. Woman. Alright. Alright, go on this way. So, man throw. Won't see the two of you. Alright, so quickly you will just answer this quickly. Give me about 3 or 4 of each personality in terms of how the character behave. All of us will watch and answer and would have read the book. So write down quickly, jot down 4 of each. 4 of each. 4 physical characteristics and 4 personality traits. Alright? In the meantime, I'm going to write some notes so we can move through. I don't know why this is not coming off of the board. Somebody wrote on the board with. We can figure it out. The formality, family group, you contact and then go to. So y'all discuss too. All right, so let me hear what came to mind. Let's start with Nancy. What did you guys come with? What would be some of Nancy's physical traits? And the others can say we agree or disagree as well. Okay, so black. The complexion. Black exoskeletal fancy words we like it. That's the name of what you call the outside this part. The articulate science here. Uh-huh. 8 legs. A big one. Okay. So that's physical. So what about the personality? And personality, again, don't forget personality is just behavior, but the way they sound as well. Right? The vocal. So, personality. Cunning and brave. Has many wits. So, mentally strong, but not physically strong. But we can't see the physical strong with 8 legs, but we can see the mental strong and how we use his wits. Alright. Y'all agree or disagree? Agree? Alright, so let's hear about girl. Girl is talkative, okay. Fearful. Fearful, scared, the same thing. Innocent, interesting choice of the word. Why say innocent? So is it innocence or more naive? More naive. Well, we can consider naive being innocent because if you look at children, you're naive to a lot of things of the outside world, so you're innocent to it. So alright, we can use that. So that's personality. So what about the physical? Obviously she's a girl. Her name is girl. She's small. What do you mean small? In size, so in stature. She's not a sorority, she's more like a Amelia. Okay, Amelia, okay, good. She's African. Very, very important. She's African. Why is that important? was the whole reason why gold she was taken as a slave. Remember, the time period in which the story is set is during the time of slavery. And who were slaves? Mostly in Africa. So this happened, if at the beginning of the production, they tell you about the Ivory Coast, which is in Africa. Right? So very important trade. She's in Africa. Alright? Who did you guys get? Woman. So tell us about woman. Gray hair, old, So hold on, I have to look at my two gray hairs so that you're coming to say, oh no. Brown in complexion. Tall, meaning she's an adult. She's much bigger than yours. Why do I choose brown skin? Okay, made a one. Okay, that is fine. That's absolutely fine. You want to see one? Dark in complexion. Right? Good brown skin. That's right. All right. So, what about the? So then the physical personality wise. Freeze the profile. Yes, personality wise. Easy to talk to. Was she easy to talk to? I mean, think about the language that she was using with her. You think it was easy to come to? You think outgoing? Straightforward. Okay, yeah, we can take that one. A very wide imagination.
And also
Fearless. Alright, I like those words. Y'all agree? Anything different for woman? Alright, so man crow.
is
Huge. Alright. Then the physical description. Physical characteristics, alright. Huge.
He has two black wings.
Two black wings.
He's an intimidating bird.
Intimidating. Intimidating would be physical or personality? Pardon?
Personality.
Personality.
And he's two legs.
He has two legs. I don't expect him to have four as a word, but that'll be an interesting kind of word. So, alright, so you basically got three things here. What about the personality?
He has a huge ego.
Huge ego, why you said that?
Because he thinks he's it. Like, he thinks he could win everything, so he's like, really with his ego. And
Okay, understood. I can see it.
He's evil.
What make me think evil?
There's a love story in which as he's seen as evil.
Alright, so Miss Eastman, right? Yes, go ahead. Based on the story.
Introduce him as he's like, to me, he's seen as an evil.
So based on the introduction, you see him as evil. Alright. That's it?
No, sir.
What else?
Along with intimidating.
Intimidating.
And I think confident as well.
Confident. And I know what? Confident. Yeah, you could be confident. You could be very confident. Alright, so I like the ideas that you guys have, and I think you really brought out some of the characters based on what you will see. But characteristics and characterization have more in depth to it. It's not just what we see on the surface, because yeah, you pointed out certain aspects of things, but answer me this. Was man crow on the same level in terms of characterization as girl would have been? Huh?
No.
Why not?
He's not
what is doing here. Together, can we read? We're looking at the physical characterization. The creation.
The creation of a character portfolio in 1, 2, and 3 dimensions, from short but adequate storylines with accommodating settings to be performed using dialogue and action.
Alright, so we have dimensions, and that's the important thing. The characters. The dimension of Manco will not be the same dimension as girl, or as woman, or as Anansi. Everybody will get their own level, or own dimension to be exact, right? And that will be based on the performance and the amount of dialogue they have. The man don't have as much dialogue as the girl, or as woman, or as Anansi. So, based on that, let's look at the 3 dimensions, or 1 dimension characters are what we call the minor characters. They have minor roles. Now note, each role is important, we know this. Every role is important because without a minor character, somebody might just have to walk across the stage. There's a reason for that. Without them doing what they have to do, the others won't be able to do what they need to do, right? So every character is important. So let's start with the 1 dimension character. Let's read.
1 dimension characters, minor characters. These are characters important for outward image.
They're important for
outward image.
Okay, so let's step outside of Anansi for a bit. We've all looked at movies. That's all? Good. And I'm sure you've seen movies where you have a crowd gathering for some reason or the other. True or false? Yes? No? Good. Were those persons who were gathering, were they necessary for whatever was happening at that point?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because something is happening. Like, for example, you have a fire and you just gather to look at it.
So if they didn't gather, would it have the same impact? Why?
It would not be like realistically,
Realism, I like that. Realism. So even though they're minor characters, they might not have said anything. They just show up. Oh, what's the fire? You see them looking at. They're still important. They still have to do that for the story to make sense. So let's go back to Anansi, back into Anansi. Who would you have as like minor characters? Tree. That's a good one. Tree didn't say anything, did he? But his image being there as a tree, because where did the stories take place? In the forest. Remember, the forest of stories. I mean, jungle of stories. The forest of stories. So the tree being in there is important for image. And that is not just any kind of forest. It's what kind of forest? A magical forest. A magical forest, because you get giant butterflies flying around the place, and the butterflies and the flamingos get the same size. The leopard smaller than the butterflies and the flamingos. So everything is just a magical presence. You ever see a butterfly flying around with wings like that? Huh? Oh, but you saw this within the image of the forest of stories. Give me another minor character. Elephant. Elephant didn't have much to do, but he was there ever present. Alright? Because in his forest of stories, he was an important figure in terms of bringing to its aesthetic, giving you that image that, you know, it's a forest and all kind of creatures there is. Right? Good. I show you how to pinpoint some of the ones I have. Right? Good. So let's look at the 2-dimensional characters now. What are 2-dimensional characters? Let's read.
2-dimensional characters, supporting characters. These are characters important for the social.
Alright, so these are characters important for the
social
sociology, how they socialize and interact with the main characters. Now they're a little, you might want to say they're a little bit more important. But remember, yes, they're a little bit more important to the story. You might want to say that, but remember everybody's role is equally as important. But what they do is that they provide more support. They might be that friend that might just show up just to give you a word of encouragement, and then you never see that friend again. They might be the madman on the street that might make you realize, you know what? The path that I'm going down is not the right path. You never see the madman. Let's look at, I'm going back to movies. Home Alone, I've tried to see Home Alone before. Good. Think about a supporting character that wasn't there throughout the entire movie, but was important.
Mom.
The mother. His mother was important. She was just a supporting role, but she was there to support the main characters. That's all. Who was the main character? Kevin. Good, so we understand that. So going back into Anansi, who are the supporting roles? Yeah. Rabbi was a supporting role. Lion, I'm hearing different things. Monkey, how? Alright, so I want you to think a little bit more. Yes, they are, don't get me wrong. Let's look at the ship before we even get into the part of the story. Who were supporting the sailors, the two white guys who were there on the ship, guiding the boy, teaching him the ropes basically. They were supporting him. You were saying something. The slaves didn't have lines, so they would have been minor characters within the play. Right? But you are correct with Rat Pat, because Rat Pat was supported who? Very good before the story. He supported Tiger is also supported because he supported God. So we understand these are characters, they have a little bit more lines, a little bit more impact on the story. Right? And then we have the three-dimensional characters who are our main characters. So let's hear, let's read.
Three-dimensional characters, main characters. These are characters important for the psychology or underlying.
Alright. Their underlying motive, their psychology, their reason for things. So who are our main characters in Anansi? Girl. What was her reason for the way she acted? Why did she operate? Why was she important? Why is she a main character? Alright, so if she wasn't operating the way she operated, then we might have never had an story. But woman was there as a main character, so why is she a main character? She was able to convey the stories, and not only convey the stories, but to help girl along the way on her journey. Right? So because if you remember the end of the story, the end of Anansi, who started telling stories? Huh? Girls started telling her own stories. But this was all time true. The mother. Alright? Who else could have been named? In the forest of stories, who was the name? Huh? So that was the worship. And Nancy would have been the main character in the forest of stories. The stories are called, and who was featured in the story? people. No. Let me end it off and then we can go. And they come with a set of knives and I'm tired in this thing. I don't know where you go, well, I don't know where you start. Sorry, you left it up. You left it up? Yeah, you. Come on, let's go from here. That's all. I just died in it, just forget it. Alright, so now that we understand this, just don't make it go too far. Don't try to do it. Now that we understand this, I send them up. I retired the class for you. Bye-bye. Ready? Yeah, so now that we understand this, so we understand the different dimensions of character, now you are free to move on to writing other aspects of your critique, which talks about the internal, so you're telling me about the story, or you're telling me about the different aspects of the story, you're telling me about how the story, not only the characterization, but of course there will be other things that you focus on, like lines and songs and so forth, alright? So, when we meet next time, we'll be looking at the technical aspects of the production. Alright? Thank you very much.